All right, how's it going, everybody? Today I'm here to bring you my WWE SummerSlam 2016 predictions. SummerSlam is, of course, this Sunday Night Live on the WWE Network. I'm very excited for this show because, like I told my friend Daniel, when we did our top 15 favorite SummerSlam matches of all time video, this card is stacked. And this card definitely has the potential to not only blow last year's card out of the water, but it also has the potential to be the best SummerSlam card since 2013. You know, like I said, when the first 4 matches for this card were announced, I was like, dude, I'm there. This show is going to blow last year's out of the water. It was already better than last year's show. And they're really going all out for this SummerSlam because when you add up the kickoff matches, the number of kickoff matches plus the number of matches on the main show, you're getting 13 matches. So we're getting 6 hours of wrestling this Sunday. I just hope we don't get a repeat of WrestleMania 32 where it goes over the planned not time limit, but it goes over the allotted time. Like, I just do not want this show to drag down because it's going too long and it's going past its regularly scheduled time. So, like I said, looking forward to the show. Let's get right down to my predictions. We're going to start off with the kickoff show. 2 matches were announced today regarding the kickoff show. And what I'm going to do with this prediction video, guys, is for like the big marquee matches, I'll go a little more in depth with them. But for certain matches, I'll just like maybe take a minute or two to predict and really do not want to go. I'm going to try and keep this video under 30 minutes or maybe 35 at the most. But yeah, just to get right down to it. So first match for the kickoff show. And there are 3 matches on the kickoff show this time. First match is Sami Zayn and Neville versus the Dudley Boyz. I hate to say it, but this is just a random tag team match. Yes, it's cool to see Sami Zayn and Neville team up. I wish they were on the main card, you know, especially Sami Zayn after coming off that compelling battle with Kevin Owens at Battleground. I'm just going to go with Sami Zayn and Neville to win. I see no reason why the Dudley Boyz should win. I like the Dudley Boyz, but I think they're going to have another miscommunication, and then they're going to split up. So Sami Zayn and Neville are my picks to win that. Next, we have a rematch from SmackDown. It's a 12-man tag team match. American Alpha, the Usos, and the Hype Bros versus Breezango, the Ascension, and the Vaudevillains. I see the babyfaces winning this. I really don't see why the heels would win this match. I predict American Alpha is going to get the pin because they've been red hot since debuting on the main roster. So I'm picking American Alpha to lead their team to victory in this match. And then finally, the final match on the kickoff show, and this kind of pissed me off a little bit because I wanted to see these guys actually on the main card, is the first match in the best of 7 series between Cesaro and Sheamus. I don't know why this got bumped to the kickoff show. You would think maybe the women's tag team match would have gotten bumped to the kickoff show, but then again, I don't want that because I want the women to get a chance to shine on the main card. So they pushed Cesaro and Sheamus to the kickoff show. Not really cool with that, but it is whatever. As far as the prediction goes, I'm picking Cesaro to win the first match. I really hope that this is cool. It's different to see something like this, you know, best of 7 series between Cesaro and Sheamus. I do hope that this is finally, when this is over with, that this is finally the big moment that Cesaro needs to finally get that world title push. So I'm going to pick him to win. I would love to see him just blow out Sheamus in 4 straight matches because really what is there left for Sheamus to do? He is a good performer, but I mean, like, I don't see him winning the championship. I don't see him becoming world champion again or universal champion. So I'm picking Cesaro to win match 1. I'm ultimately picking Cesaro to win the whole series. I would just love for Cesaro to blow Sheamus out of the water and beat him 4 times in a row, but I doubt they do that. So as far as match 1 goes in this series, I'm picking Cesaro to win. Now moving on to the main card, we have Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Jeri-KO. This should be a good tag team match. I definitely believe this should be the opener. You know, you want to get the crowd excited and you want to get the crowd red hot for the show. So what better way to do it than by having the Brooklyn homecoming of Enzo and Big Cass. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, you know, the team known as Jeri-KO. I think this is a very unique pairing, you know, 2 renowned Canadian wrestlers, 2 proud workhorses. I think this is a very cool pairing. In terms of a prediction, well, I do want to see Jeri-KO go on to do big things. Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll win the tag team championships in the future. But as far as this match goes, I really think Enzo and Cass need the win. So I'm going to predict Enzo and Cass win as long as they don't pin Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is, you know, he's still strong. Even after that that loss to Sami Zayn, it was a hell of a match. He put up a hell of a fight. I still see Kevin Owens doing big things and eventually winning the Universal Championship maybe by the end of the year. But I think Jericho needs to take the fall in this match. So my prediction is for Enzo and Cass to win because, like I said, they need a big win. And what better way to gain momentum? What bigger win could they get as of now than a big win over Jericho and Owens in Brooklyn inside the Barclays Center? So I'm picking Enzo and Cass to win. Next, we have the New Day defending the tag team championships against Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson. I'm picking Gallows and Anderson to win this right away, guys. You know, right off the bat, I think it's their time to start being established as a force to be reckoned with on in the tag team division on Raw. I love New Day. They've been champions for almost a year, and you know, I would like to see them go a whole year as tag team champions. But honestly, I think at this point, it is time to have them finally drop the belts. And I think it's time for Gallows and Anderson to become the top tag team, the premier tag team on Raw. I love the little Dr. Gallows and Anderson skits, whatever you want to call them, promos that they've been doing. And, you know, with Big E incapacitated and injured storyline-wise, well, I got a feeling Big E's going to show up. He's going to make his return at SummerSlam. But what I'm hoping is that there's a miscommunication between the New Day, and that allows Gallows and Anderson to take advantage and win the tag team championships. Because like I said, I feel like they're now they could become the premier tag team, and I feel like it's finally time for the New Day to drop the belts. Why would they drop the belts at like whatever the next Raw pay-per-view is going to be? You know, that's just why hold off the inevitable. So just give Gallows and Anderson the tag team championships and let them run wild on Raw. You know, let them just go through every tag team and establish themselves as, you know, the premier team. So I'm picking Gallows and Anderson to win. Like I said, I could see Big E returning in this match, but I could also see him, you know, accidentally taking out one of the New Day members, or maybe just turning his back on the New Day and allowing Gallows and Anderson to win. So my pick to win, my pick is Gallows, Doctors Gallows and Anderson to win. Next, we have the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz with Maryse defending against Apollo Crews. I really hope Apollo Crews wins the Intercontinental Championship, guys. You know, he's been doing good on the main roster, but he could be doing a lot better. You know, when you think about it, when he was on NXT, he was so over with the crowd. He had a great debut at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn last year. He won that Battle Royal to face Finn Balor for the for the NXT Championship. He had a great hidden gem with Tyler Breeze on at NXT TakeOver Respect. Apollo Crews did big things for the short time that he was on NXT. Since getting to the main roster, however, Apollo has been doing good. He's only lost once to Sheamus, but it's like, you know, I feel like WWE has they haven't utilized him as well. You know, he and Cesaro, I feel like, are two, along with Neville and Gallows, are like a few underutilized talent on the main roster. So I really hope Apollo Crews wins the Intercontinental Championship. I feel like if he wins the Intercontinental Championship and he's pushed and booked strong, and they develop more of a character, because he has great in-ring skills, but he's just lacking a character that can connect with the crowd. And Aaron Riff and Jeff Meacham on their prediction video, excuse me, my tongue tied again. When they did their predictions video, they said that Apollo Crews is reminding them of Rocky Maivia when Rocky Maivia would first come out, and he's just smiling and waving to the crowd. So, you know, you don't want Apollo Crews to be that. Apollo Crews is a great wrestler. Like I said, he just needs a character to connect with the crowd. I mean, think about, you know, I think of his Yuhan Nation character and how he has the catchphrase "too easy." So they should try to market something out of that with Apollo. So with that said, I mean, Miz has been a great Intercontinental Champion since winning the title, but I'm going with Apollo Crews. I really hope he wins the championship, and hopefully the Intercontinental title run will lead to him eventually getting a shot at the Universal Championship. Oh, well, WWE Championship, because he's on SmackDown, of course. So my pick is Apollo Crews to win. I hope he wins. He deserves to win, and hopefully this will be the start of him moving up in the ranks on the main roster and getting over with the crowd. The next match, I don't know exactly how this one's going to go. It was originally supposed to be a 6-woman tag team match. Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Eva Marie. But of course, yesterday news broke that Eva Marie got suspended for her first violation of the wellness policy. So I don't know what they're going to do with this match, guys. They could either do a 3-on-2 handicap match, or they could bring in maybe Billie Kay from NXT to team up with Natalya and Alexa Bliss. Or what I think would be cool is if Shane McMahon comes out and says it's going to be a 5-woman showcase, a 5-way showcase match for the women, with the winner getting a shot at, well, see, with Charlotte on Raw, you can't, like, with Charlotte exclusive to Raw, you can't do, like, a number 1 contenders match. But I think a 5-woman showcase match would be cool because it would give all 5 women a chance to shine in the match. I'm fine with a handicap match. Like I said, they could also probably bring in Billie Kay to be Natalya and Alexa's replacement partner, substitute partner. Nikki Bella I heard there's a rumor she may show up at SummerSlam, but why would she align herself with the heels? You know, I think people are going to be happy to see Nikki back, so we'll see what happens with this match. I can't really predict it. If it's like a handicap match, I'll go with Becky Lynch's team to win because Becky does need a big win. If it's a 6-woman tag team match, like if Billie Kay gets added, I'll probably still pick Becky Lynch's team to win just because Becky really needs a big win. Like, I really want to see her become the top female wrestler on SmackDown. So we'll see what happens, guys. But for now, like, because it's a predictions video, I'll just say Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi win whatever kind of match this becomes. Next, we have the United States Championship match. Rusev with Lana defending against Roman Reigns. Going into this, before they had their match on Raw, I was going to give this whole pro and con on why, you know, I was going to give my thoughts on the pros and cons of Roman Reigns winning the United States Championship. But now that Roman beat Rusev during their match on Raw, excuse me, I really see no reason why Roman Reigns is going to win the championship. You know, with the way WWE books things on the main roster, 50-50 booking and whatnot, I have to believe Rusev's going to retain the championship. And he is my prediction because you guys know I'm a Roman Reigns fan, but honestly, Monday night I started to have resentment toward Roman Reigns. Shocker, but it's true. I actually started to have some resentment toward Roman Reigns during that match with Rusev. That match was just long, and it made me ask, you know, why the hell would WWE waste this match on free TV? Why are you going to do that? Like, what do you think we're going to be interested in seeing it again when it's pretty much going to be the same match? You know, I'm pretty much saying what the Lex man said, but it's the truth. So, with that said, guys, my prediction is Roman Reigns to lose. My prediction is Rusev to win and retain the United States Championship. Rusev's been doing a great job as champion. I am a Roman Reigns fan, but I'm starting to have resentment toward him. Like, you know, it's funny because a year ago, I would have loved to have seen Roman challenge John Cena for the United States Championship, because I felt like if Roman beat Cena and they pushed him and booked him properly, his United States Championship run could have built him as a more credible #1 contender for the world title, and he could have gotten over with the crowd. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, he went on to team up with Dean Ambrose on that card, so, you know, what's done is done. Like I said, guys, Rusev has been doing a great job as United States champion. I want to see him hold on to that belt until Survivor Series. So my prediction is Rusev to win. They'll probably give the belt to Roman Reigns, and if that's the case, well, they just better book him properly. And I know everybody's been saying, oh, like Roman Reigns is probably going to come out all patriotic with a patriotic vest and whatnot. What they're probably going to do is they're probably going to have Roman come out with his combat vest, but the vest is going to have his RR emblem in the colors of the American flag. So like, if you guys like, I'm gonna try and screen share this real quick to show you guys what I think they're gonna do. But like, if you guys have been on WWE Shop and you've seen the sections, that one section of T-shirts where it has like the different flags of every wrestler. So basically, what I think is gonna happen is, like, you see right here, that's probably what he's gonna come out to with his vest, that RR emblem in the American flag, which I think is cool. I'd rather see that than him dressed in red, white, and blue like freaking Lex Luger in '93. But predictions wise, guys, I'm going with Roman Reigns to Rusev, excuse me, to retain. But knowing WWE, they're probably going to give the belt to Roman Reigns. We'll see where that goes, but I really think Rusev should retain, especially after what happened on Raw and me growing a little resentment toward Roman. So my prediction is Rusev to retain. All right, let's get back to predictions. Next match on the card is the Women's Championship match. Sasha Banks defending against Charlotte. And, of course, Dana Brooke is barred from ringside. I'm really looking forward to this match, guys. I think it's going to be an awesome women's wrestling match. You know, 1 year ago, Sasha Banks, of course, walked into Barclays Center as the NXT Women's Champion and had that incredible match with Bayley, the match of the year for 2015, hands down. A year later, Sasha returns to Barclays as Women's Champion on the main roster, and I'm so happy that she and Charlotte get to share this moment together, because if you guys remember last year, they were in their respective factions, and I was just not a fan of the same tag matches over and over again. So whereas last year we got that 3 Divas team elimination match, we now have Sasha and Charlotte in a marquee match for the Women's Championship. Charlotte has requested to take time off from WWE, so that's got to make me believe, got to make you guys in general believe, that Sasha will retain the championship. And I honestly feel like she should retain the championship, because why would WWE just give Sasha the championship in that one night on Raw in Pittsburgh, that incredible night, when those two had an incredible women's wrestling match, the best women's wrestling match I've seen on Raw in recent years? Why would they give Sasha the championship just to drop it back to Charlotte? So, you know, I think Sasha will retain, and then eventually Bayley will get called up to the main roster. And what I really want to see from WWE is them build and push both women strong towards an eventual Royal Rumble or WrestleMania championship match. Do not do this right away at Clash of Champions or whatever pay-per-view is coming up after SummerSlam. When Sasha and Bayley are on the main roster together, when Bayley gets to the main roster, Bayley should be pushed strong, should not get an immediate title shot. Sasha should just beat everyone that comes her way, and then you eventually build to Sasha and Bayley at either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, and you do that huge marquee matchup for the Women's Championship. I'm really excited for Sasha versus Charlotte. It's one of the matches that I wish had a stipulation. For this match, I would have preferred submission, or maybe false count anywhere, or no disqualification. Because this is a match along with John Cena versus AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton that deserved stipulations because of how big these matches are. But with that said, I'm going with Sasha Banks to retain the Women's Championship. Dana Brooke's barred from ringside. I could see some kind of screwy interference going on, but honestly, I don't see why they would give Sasha or take the belt off Sasha when she just won it a few weeks ago. So my prediction is Sasha to retain. Like I said, Charlotte's also requesting to take time off, so I really don't see her winning the championship and taking time off. Like, I don't see her pulling a Brock Lesnar, so to speak. So my prediction is Sasha to win, to continue as, you know, to roll along strong as women's champion throughout the year, and then when Bayley comes up, they can have some interaction but not have an actual match on the pay-per-view. Save that for Royal Rumble or WrestleMania 33, and then you have your big marquee match, Sasha Banks versus Bayley for the women's championship. But as far as this match is concerned, I pick Sasha Banks to retain the women's championship. Next, we have John Cena versus AJ Styles. For some reason, guys, they keep promoting this as a dream match, and it already happened before at Money in the Bank when AJ Styles beat John Cena. Yes, it was thanks to interference from the club, but now with the club on Raw and Cena and AJ on SmackDown, this is just them one-on-one, no excuses. Time to find out who's truly the face that runs the place, who's the new franchise on SmackDown. And honestly, guys, AJ Styles needs to win this match. He needs to win this match. You know, he lost to Cena in the 6-man tag team match. He got pinned. And he has something to prove. You know, I like the promo he cut a few weeks ago on SmackDown where he said, I beat you at Money in the Bank, yet you're still here. What are you still doing here? Like, where's my trophy for beating you? You know, where's my glory? Where's my title shot? All this. So this is eating at AJ Styles. And I really like his heel work in recent weeks. His promo work's been great. Cena did get one up on AJ on SmackDown Tuesday night when they had that brawl and AJ got, you know, the attitude adjustment through the announce table. So I really feel like AJ Styles needs to win this because John Cena is another one who is reportedly going to be taking time off so he can film the next season of, I think it's called American Grit, that reality show that he was on recently. And, you know, why, if AJ Styles is going to challenge the WWE World Champion at Backlash for the championship, what's going to make him a credible contender if he loses to John Cena at SummerSlam and then goes on to fight for the championship? You know, John Cena has derailed momentum before for young up-and-comers who have crossed his path. Bray Wyatt, Rusev, Kevin Owens, the proof is in the pudding. So I really hope that WWE does not screw this up because AJ Styles is one of their hottest commodities. And yes, he's about the same age as John Cena. They're not going to be wrestling much longer. But why would you give John Cena the win when he's going to be gone filming his reality show for whatever amount of time he's going to be gone? You know, you want to establish AJ Styles as the new face on SmackDown. He's the perfect guy to be the franchise of that brand. And if he's going to be challenging the WWE World Champion at Backlash for the title, what's going to make us believe he has a chance of winning when he comes off a loss to John Cena? So with that said, my prediction is AJ Styles to beat up John Cena, and ultimately become the new face that runs the place on SmackDown. He needs this win big. I really hope WWE does the right thing and lets AJ Styles get his moment, lets AJ Styles beat John Cena. No interference from the club. He's got to do this on his own. He has to prove to himself he can beat John Cena on his own. So with that said, guys, I'm predicting AJ Styles to beat up John Cena and knock him off the throne once and for all. So my prediction is AJ Styles. Next, we have the WWE World Championship match, Dean Ambrose defending against Dolph Ziggler. I've liked the build for this match so far. I was really surprised, like a lot of us were, when Dolph Ziggler won the right to challenge Ambrose at SummerSlam. But I'm happy for him that he's getting this opportunity. And now, with that said, I like Dolph, but this is a little him getting this world title shot and this renowned push, if I can even call it that, is a case of too little too late. You know, you would have thought that after he beat Seth Rollins and was the sole survivor for Team Cena at Survivor Series 2014, you would have thought at that moment Dolph Ziggler would have gotten the push, the renewed push he deserved, and he would have finally been a main eventer again and won the world title. It never happened. You know, it didn't happen. So I don't see Dolph Ziggler. I like Dolph Ziggler. He's a great performer, and I know he's going to go out there and he's going to just tear it up with Dean Ambrose. He's going to give one hell of a performance. But in the end, I just don't see Dolph Ziggler winning the WWE World Championship. I honestly see Dean Ambrose beating him and retaining him. Now, could a Dolph Ziggler heel turn work? Could it help revitalize his career? Maybe, if done right. Like, I could see Dolph Ziggler turning heel at the end of this match, you know, just based on frustration and the fact that he came so close. It's going to be one of those matches where he just comes close and close and close, so close to beating Dean Ambrose, but he can't do it. And then in the end, Ambrose ends up getting the better of him and beats him with the title on the line. That's what I'm predicting it's going to come down to at SummerSlam. Now, a Dolph Ziggler heel turn, like I said, could it revitalize his career? I think it could if done right, but it is a little too late. So it's unfortunate, you know, that Dolph didn't get the big renewed push he should have gotten at the beginning of last year after, you know, the Survivor Series. But I know it's going to be a hell of a match. I'm looking forward to it. But I just feel Ambrose is going to have Ziggler's number at the end of this night, and then go on to face AJ Styles at Backlash. So my prediction is Dean Ambrose to retain the championship. Could we see a Dolph Ziggler heel turn? I do think so. But I do think so, but I don't know how far it would go. Could I see Dolph Ziggler winning the championship? Sorry, guys, kind of lost my train of thought. Do I see Ziggler winning the championship? I could see him winning the championship, but it would just drop at AJ Styles the next month. So my prediction is Dean Ambrose to retain the championship. But it should be a great match, and I'm interested in seeing if they pull the trigger, they being WWE, of course, with Ziggler as a heel, or they actually give him the championship. But if they do, you know he's going to drop it to AJ, so Dean Ambrose is my pick to retain. Next, we have Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor to crown the inaugural WWE Universal Champion. I hope the Universal Championship is a nice looking belt. I hope it's an original and unique design. Do not let it be the WWE World Championship with just a red strap. Like, do not do that. That is just so freaking lazy, you know. I hope it's like those pictures I've seen on the internet where it's like a replica, where it's like a not a replica, but where it's like a new take on the winged eagle. It's like this one. So I'm gonna go to screen share again, and so as you see right there, guys, like if this is the new WWE Universal Championship, I'd be totally fine with that, because it is a what's that word? It's a not an adaptation, but it's a you get what I'm saying. It's like it's playing off of the Universal Champion, or the original Winged Eagle Championship. I think it's really cool looking, and I think that's really what Raw needs. Raw needs its own belt to establish its own identity from SmackDown. I just really pray, guys, that that belt, that like if you see actually this picture, I pray that this is not the SmackDown belt and that is not the Raw belt. Do not let it be that. That is so lazy and tacky. I like the new WWE. I like the new, you know, I like the logo. I like how the WWE World Championship looks. It's basically the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But please do not let this be the belt on SmackDown and this be the belt on Raw. Like I said, it's so lazy. That is just tacky. Bring that other belt. This belt should be the Universal Championship. So with that said, guys, let's get down to the match. I do like the build that's gone into this match. You know, there are some people who didn't like the whole idea of Rollins or Balor doing the demon entrance on Raw, bringing out the Demon King. I personally didn't have a problem with it. I loved it. The crowd went crazy for it, you know, and I got a feeling that, you know, Finn's gonna do something even more special at SummerSlam, because he always goes out and does great things entrance-wise for the Demon. So that was probably just a tease, maybe. I do like the new Demon paint that he debuted on Raw, but we'll see exactly what happens come SummerSlam. Will it be new Demon paint? Will it be the paint he debuted on Raw? With that said, guys, I really think because this is his first pay-per-view as the Demon, I really think Finn Balor needs to win this match. You know, Finn had one hell of a debut on Raw when he won the Fatal 4-Way to face Roman Reigns, and then beat Roman Reigns to ultimately get this opportunity to face Seth Rollins for the championship. You know, I love the promos they've cut in recent weeks, especially the one where Finn teased the Demon King arriving on Raw. Well, no, actually it was Rollins called him out, but the whole promo with like the Irish folklore and everything, and how it ended with Finn like transforming into the Demon was so cool. But, you know, if the Demon is coming out, and you got to believe he's coming out come Sunday to fight Seth Rollins, the Demon King, I have to go with Finn Balor, because why would you have Finn Balor lose on his first night excuse me. Why would you have Finn Balor lose his first pay-per-view as the Demon, you know, as the Demon King? That's just, you know, I won't have a problem with Rollins winning the championship, but if Rollins beats Balor, then that takes away from the lore and mystique of the Demon King. You know, think about the Undertaker. The Undertaker, when he first debuted, he didn't lose for pretty much a year, and then of course he lost to Hulk Hogan like 6 days after beating Hogan for the WWF Championship or Survivor Series. But Taker was, you know, Taker for like a year, no one could knock him off his feet, no one could keep him down. Taker was just this unstoppable monster, and it was crazy. So if Balor loses to Rollins if Balor as the Demon King loses to Rollins at SummerSlam, to me, I feel like that kills the mystique and lore of the, well, not necessarily kills, but that diminishes the value, the lore and mystique of the Demon King. So my prediction is, I mean, if Finn Balor doesn't come out as the Demon, then I have no problem with Seth Rollins beating him. But if it's Balor as the Demon King, he has to beat Seth Rollins. You know, and I could see them having a great number of matches over the next couple months, culminating in, well, they're not doing the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view anymore, which is a good thing, only because they can make Hell in a Cell matches more significant. But yeah, I could see these two guys feuding for a couple months over the championship, and Balor just having Rollins' number, you know. But this Sunday at SummerSlam, I really do not see any reason why Balor as the Demon King should lose to Seth Rollins, because like I said, you don't want to kill or diminish any mystique or lore of the Demon King just like that, especially on Balor's first pay-per-view as the Demon King. So my prediction is Finn Balor to become the inaugural WWE Universal Champion. And finally, guys, we get to the main event, the match which has been built 15 years in the making, Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. I'm very excited for this match, guys. I just wish, with the build that's gone into it, that this match was no holds barred. This match needs to be a freaking fight. They need to kick the crap out of each other for whatever amount of time they're going to get. And I didn't say this in the other match with Cena and Styles, but I feel like that should have been 2 out of 3 falls, or maybe even 30-minute Iron Man. But considering that, like, there's freaking 11 matches on the main card, or 10 now, and 3 on the kickoff show, I guess it's a good idea not to do Cena Styles as a Iron Man match. It still could have been 2 out of 3 falls. But like I said, guys, there are matches on this card that I feel should have gotten stipulations because of how big they are. It's like this one, Brock and Orton. It should have been no holds barred or no disqualification or whatever. Just let it be a fight where they can kick the crap out of each other. Now, they have wrestled once before, like a long time ago, on SmackDown in 2002 when Brock was that destructive monster and Orton was just starting up in the business. But this is the first time they've faced since then, and this is the first time they've ever faced off on pay-per-view and in a marquee matchup of this caliber. So, you know, throughout the build, they've brought up the whole, it only takes 1 RKO to go to Viperville. It only takes 1 RKO to turn things around. Well, let's be real, guys. Against Brock Lesnar, it's going to take more than 1 RKO for Randy Orton to keep him down. Like I was saying to some of my friends, he's going to need to at least hit Brock with like 3-4 RKOs. One of them or 2 of them are going to have to be on like a chair or the steel stairs or maybe through the table. I mean, what I personally would love to see is just Orton hit Brock with a ton of RKOs out of nowhere, like 1 on the announce table, 1 on the steel stairs, 1 on a chair, like just trying to break Brock down and keep him down once and for all. And then after like 3 or 4 RKOs, if he still doesn't go down, well, he can unleash 1 final weapon in his arsenal, and that is the punt kick that he has not used since I don't know when, to be honest. You know, I would love to see him do that. And then, of course, the big question is, will Randy Orton counter the F5 into an RKO? You know, that's the big thing that a lot of us are wondering. That's the main thing that has the Lex-Man intrigue. Will Brock Lesnar go for the F5 and get hit with an RKO counter? Like, you know, will Orton counter the F5, excuse me, into an RKO? Will he hit an RKO from the F5? I'm pretty much trying to say. So now, Prediction-wise, it's kind of tough because Brock hasn't lost a match since last SummerSlam when he lost controversially to Taker. But since then, Brock has, you know, he won Hell in a he beat a Big Show. He beat Taker inside Hell in a Cell. He whipped some ass in the Royal Rumble match. He took Luke Harper to Suplex City at Roadblock. He beat Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania. Brock's been building momentum again. He beat Mark Hunt at UFC 202, and then of course he failed his drug test. So some people believe that he may actually lose to Randy Orton as punishment for failing the drug test. But as far as I'm concerned, like, the Lex Man brought up something very interesting, and that's the fact that Brock or Orton has never had that one defining win that defines his career. You know what I'm saying? He's not had that one win that ultimately defines his career. And this one right here ultimately could do that. Him slaying the beast, you know, the 1 in 23-1 Brock Lesnar. Do I see it happening though? Not really, only because what would Randy Orton have to gain from beating Brock Lesnar? I don't know if he's going to be in the title picture again. You look at Brock, him beating Orton just further establishes his dominance as a monster and that he's a freaking real-life beast. And you know, if Brock ever plans to lose again, you'd have to think it'd be to somebody more like a Cesaro or a Balor or a Samoa Joe or a Shinsuke Nakamura, who could really benefit from it. Nothing against Orton. I like Orton. I think he's a great workhorse on SmackDown. But when it comes down to it, I don't see Randy Orton winning. If he beats Brock Lesnar with 1 RKO, that's ridiculous because it's going to take more to keep Brock down. If he beats Brock with a number of RKOs in various positions, including one on the steel stairs and one through a chair, I believe that. But then again, if he does that and Brock still gets up and he punk kicks Brock, then that's the best, and it's the best way for him to beat him. But with that said, I honestly believe that Brock is going to be Randy Orton, because I feel like that'll just keep building his momentum. I mean, if Brock loses to Orton as punishment for failing the drug test, like, wow, but really, I don't see Randy Orton winning. I do expect this to be a hell of a fight, a hell of a match, but in the end, I expect my pick is Brock Lesnar to beat Randy Orton. I hope we see some crazy table spot like Brock F5s Orton through the table, or Orton RKOs Brock through the table. Like, I hope we get something like that. But honestly, when it comes down to it, I don't see Brock losing to Orton. So my prediction is Randy Orton to fall to the Beast Incarnate and ultimately get taken to Suplex City and then get slain by the Beast Incarnate. So my prediction is Brock Lesnar to defeat Randy Orton. And with that said, guys, that wraps up my SummerSlam 2016 predictions. I apologize if this video went more than 30 minutes. To briefly recap my predictions, I predict, or I pick to win Sunday night. My predictions, are Sami Zayn and Neville, American Alpha, the Usos and the Hype Bros, Cesaro, Enzo and Big Cass, Gallows and Anderson to become tag team champions, Apollo Crews to win the Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch's team to win no matter what happens with this proposed women's tag match, Rusev to retain the United States Championship, Sasha to retain the Women's Championship, AJ Styles to beat up John Cena once and for all, Dean Ambrose to retain the WWE World Championship, Finn Balor to become the inaugural WWE Universal Champion, and Brock Lesnar to take Randy Orton to Suplex City and ultimately slay the Viper. So thank you guys for watching and listening. As always, please leave your comments down below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video amongst your friends. Enjoy SummerSlam weekend. Enjoy NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And I'll see you guys next week for my reviews of those shows. Until then, this is Robert Kenobi signing off. Peace. Everybody have a good day as well.